Hello guys, and welcome back to the Roblox Creepypasta series here on the channel, episode 47 on the channel, but it is the second part of the Formidable Face Roblox Creepypasta. If you haven't watched the first part already, be sure to go watch that, otherwise none of this will basically make sense, and I'll also give my review there. But if you are new to the Roblox Creepypasta series here on the channel, which you shouldn't be, especially if you watched the first part, but if you are new, basically the Roblox Creepypasta series on the channel is what we do almost every Sunday. We get together and we read a Roblox Creepypasta on the Roblox Creepypasta wiki. Once we are there, we read through a Roblox Creepypasta, give our thoughts, views, opinions at the end of the video, and then you guys can contribute to the series as well by giving your thoughts, views, opinions, etc. down below in the comment section. But without further ado, let's just hop right into the second part of Formidable Face. Things have been going pretty bad at my dad's house. That's really the first reason why I'm posting this. First of all, my friends haven't been online lately and I'm starting to get worried. They have been offline since the whole Formidable Face incident. I'm really thinking something bad happened to them because I haven't heard from them in real life either. Some other stuff that's been happening is that my dad is in bad condition. He got told that he had brain cancer, supposedly from my dad's doctor. That's not even it. Apparently my PS4 broke because it was overheating. Now I'm starting to think that Spirit gave me bad luck. But besides that, I had found some stuff to share with you guys. I was afraid to go back to Roblox. If I was in the website just for 5 seconds and left, I would feel uncomfortable. But I couldn't hesitate it. I just wanted to see it. I know, I'm curious, but I'm making this choice led me to lots of information of a backstory. Well, not really backstory, I just really didn't understand it. I have a laptop now, so I didn't have my Roblox account saved on it. Anyways, I went to the Roblox website and typed in my username and password. The second I put that last letter on my password, I knew I was gonna go through a lot. But all of the stuff that demon has done to my family and friends needs to stop. I was basically ready to face it again. That's what I'm trying to say here. So as soon as I clicked log in, I closed my eyes. Nothing happened. Silence. I opened my eyes to see that nothing was wrong. I wasn't dizzy or nothing. But I didn't get too excited, since I knew something bad was going to happen somehow. I looked at my avatar and saw that my skin color was red. I looked to my profile page and my description stated, Face. That demon infected my avatar as well, I thought. But it took me 2 seconds to realize that the eyes were blinking. The literal default smiley face was blinking and looking straight at me. It was in 2D view, so it was a little, well, animated. I tried exiting the tab until I got an error message saying, you can't escape. I kept trying to exit the tab, but it still came up with the same error message again and again. I then heard the voice of my avatar, but the voice was more odd this time. Yes, it was still the monster voice, but more distorted and glitchy. It said, look what you have done to me. This is what happens when I change victims. I replied with, what do you mean victims? Wasn't I your only victim? I said. He replied with an even more broken voice. No, you are not the only one. The reason I came back to you is because I want to kill you. What the hell? You traumatized other kids? I said. Don't get so surprised. It will all make sense when you're in hell, he replied. I couldn't breathe afterwards. It wasn't like my computer. I couldn't unplug my laptop. It was freaking out over a laptop. The only thing he wanted was my body. He wanted to possess me. The only thing he wanted to do was escape from his little trap. Now, I didn't know how I even got stuck into Roblox's system, but damn, he treated me like a freaking peasant about to die. I couldn't move or breathe, I thought to myself. My dad was at the hospital dealing with cancer, and my friends are probably dead. My mom died, and I wasn't gonna die like it was nothing. I wiggled out of my bed to crawl to my kitchen and get some sort of weapon. My plan was to destroy my laptop, and that spirit didn't let me. He said, oh, gonna crawl like a little baby. Maybe I should put on my formidable face for you. I started hearing whispering saying the same stuff as last time, as, you're gonna do it or don't do it. Right when I reached the door for my room, I tried opening the door, but I was crawling like last time. I struggled to reach the doorknob. I whispered to myself, I need to escape to get a weapon from the kitchen. I think that the spirit heard that and said, well, are you trying to get a weapon, little one? Why don't I grab one for you? He picked out a knife and stabbed me in the leg. I was hopeless. I just had to accept my death because of this game named Roblox and a stupid spirit. I passed out. Now I have no idea what happened. I just remembered seeing a light and then boom, my vision went black. I woke up on my bedroom floor like before, but there were police officers surrounding me. I told them, "What happened?" They said, "Your neighbor told us that there was something going on here." I was confused. How would my neighbor know that I was literally about to die? I have no idea. But the thing I was more worried about was the spirits and my laptop. I told them what happened to my laptop and they said they need to investigate it. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm happy that they took the laptop with them. It was expected and shocking, but hey, I wanted that Roblox bullcrap to end anyway. Once again, my name is Aiden, and I'll see if there's an update. I hope not. Well, this was a very interesting one. A lot more action-packed than, the first part, I feel, personally. It wasn't terrible, but again, I think there's so much holes to it, I expected the second part to really expand and maybe even give us a backstory to this whole situation. But it didn't really do that, and I feel like, this is the problem with Roblox Creepypastas that try and implement real-life elements, is that the link between real life and Roblox often doesn't make sense, and I think that this story fell into that same trap. Like, eventually, the victim was inside of the spirit was inside of Roblox. Then it got into the guy's head, which was expected because that happened in the first part as well. But then somehow the spirit stabbed the boy. Like, I don't really think that makes sense in my mind because it's very jumpy, the spirit is here, then it's there, then it's here again, so that part was a bit confusing. There's a few spelling mistakes, a few grammatical errors, nothing too big, but it's not terrible, don't get me wrong, it's just, it just feels very, very odd, and I feel like the story is a little bit unpredictable at times, which is not a bad thing, but I mean, when you say that your dad's got brain cancer and then suddenly say that your PS4 broke because it was overheating, there's no real link between that, and, I don't really think that fits into the story in any way. Again, we still got a third part to read next week Sunday, so they might have something to do with it. Maybe it does, so maybe saying that is a bit irrelevant, but we'll see next week Sunday. But it wasn't necessarily bad either, but also very avoidable. I mean, if something traumatic happened to me inside of Roblox, that sounds funny just saying that, but if something did happen to me traumatically in Roblox, I wouldn't go back in. The fact that this person went back in, it's kind of like a typical horror movie where the main characters or the characters that are gonna die always make bad decisions, it's kind of like that. But again, not terrible, but also not the best, so I'm still kind of confused in a way on why this one Roblox Creepypasta of the month for January, but we'll see. Maybe the third part sums it up perfectly, so we'll see that next week Sunday. But for now, this has been Roblox Creepypasta 47. Peace and out.